there is one of your classmates actually asking me about the report. Okay, he actually noticed that the Instagram, the data recorded, or the data, what you call it, in the Instagram Insight, been released only 1 week latest data. You know, if you want to chat, you can chat. For those who want to chat, you can chat. Okay, so basically, if you want to do a report, the data in Instagram Insight only shown 1 week data, latest 1 week data, meaning that if let's say you already done 3 weeks before, the other 2 weeks previously will not be recorded. It will disappear. Okay. So I think for me, I'm not really looking at the insight, because I know that I can look at your Instagram post. For example, like engagement, that kind of thing is, I'm not really rely on the insight so much lah. But to be safe, um, Ulfi, Assalamualaikum, ma'am. Waalaikumsalam. Okay, so to be safe, every week you try to screenshot your Instagram Insight. Okay, you try to screenshot your Instagram Insight. If you want to report every week progress, you can. But if you don't want to report every week progress, you can just report on the most active week that you have done, or maybe the engagement rate is very high at particular week, maybe this week. So put in your report. I only need one week report only. Okay. But if you do,
Doctor, I have already started posting now. Now that means that previous 2 weeks before the reports have already been gone. Then
Okay. So actually, when it comes to engagement inside the Instagram Insight, of course it will be shown inside the Instagram Insight. But the engagement, the rubric that I gave you, the engagement is like 4%. I'm not looking at the Instagram Insight. I'm looking at the posts, the comments, the likes you receive from other people. I'm not really looking at the insight, because I know that the insight of the Instagram insight is not reflecting the whole Instagram. Unless if you are doing your Instagram only 1 week, so everything will be inside the Instagram insight lah. If let's say you are doing in a very long time, so it will only reflect 1 week. But as a Instagrammer myself, I do know that even though that you are doing, you're only capturing 1 week latest data, okay, but it actually reflect for the whole consistency of your Instagram that you are doing actually. For example, like in the first week you are very active, in the second week you're not really active, in the third week not really active, and this week you are active again. So the insight will not be stable, the insight will be not so much, it will not increase. So that's why I'm saying the consistency and engagement is actually connected to each other, it relates. Okay, but I can actually find other ways to find engagement, and also the consistency. For example, consistency is when you post your post. For example, this week you post one or two posts. Next week you post another 1 to 2 posts. So the third week you post another 1 to 2 posts. For me, that is consistent lah. Okay, or you actually don't have much time. You only do 1 week only, but every day you post. That for me also consistent. Okay, so because I know that there are some student that some of you doesn't have good internet whatsoever. Maybe you want to do last minute, but one at least for me 1 week. One if you do 1 week Instagram, you must actually post every day so that I can see that your effort is actually consistent throughout the week. Uh, okay. If you are doing it 1 month, I think it's enough for you to just post once once a week, twice a week. That one is depends on you. If you want to actually have more engagement, more likes from people, you need to actually post more actually in a consistent way. Okay.
Madam,
Yeah, Magun.
actually, I started my Instagram posting on 1st June.
Mm-hmm.
Already, I finished in 15
Mm-hmm.
minutes. So, can I start my writing report today or tomorrow?
Sorry, I have disturbance a bit at my house. My neighbor
Okay.
actually. Okay. Okay, you already done. You already stopped your Instagram ad.
Yes, already I stopped posting because it finished.
It finished already. Okay.
Yes.
So have you, for example, if you want to stop your Instagram activity, for example, you want to stop your activity today, you
Yes.
must as soon as possible
Okay.
screenshot your Instagram inside, because if let's say you screenshot late, maybe a week later or maybe 2 weeks later, then you want to do your report, your data or your what you call it, your insight might be not really good lah. This is my tips lah. Uh,
Okay. Okay.
okay. So
Madam,
let
inside there is three things: content, activity,
mm,
and audience. Should I
yeah.
screenshot from all?
Yes, you just screenshot from all. I think there
Uh,
is one of you were actually asking me about should I screenshot every post that I made. No, actually, there is an under content there is post, and then it will show top 10. So you just screenshot that. Okay, it will show top 10 posts only. So only screenshot that. No need to screenshot every post. I will go into your Instagram and I will see all the posts. So don't worry about screenshot every post lah. You just screenshot the top 10, and then you just explain which of the posts get highest maybe rates, or in terms of likes or engagement. Okay.
okay, madam.
All right.
Thank you.
Is there any question about Instagram? Okay.
Madam,
Yes.
madam, I have a question.
Okay, Abir.
Uh, Ma'am, every day we have to post it in a particular time. Like today, I am posting at 2 p.m. So tomorrow again, I have posting on 2 p.m. Like this consistency is also necessary or what?
Okay. On the posting part, uh when to post is actually depends on your Instagram account. Okay, if you go to under audience, you can see at the bottom of the audience when they most active coming in into your Instagram. So that's the best time for you to what we call it to post. That one I'm not really the schedule of you posting. I don't know. So you are the one who actually strategizing how you're going to post. Okay. So
Okay.
use your Instagram insight to the fullest lah. That's why it's actually very important as well to know your readers behavior. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank.
Okay. All right.
But I cannot find this top 10 posts in Instagram. How to do that?
Where is it, Abra?
Top 10 posts you were just talking about in the inside.
The inside. The inside. We have content, we have activity, and also we have audience, right? Uh,
I
let me
cannot.
show you. Let me show you lah. I think I need to show you something. Uh, let me. Okay. I need to open my phone first. Okay. Okay, can you see my my desktop?
Yes, Tom.
Okay. Actually, my Instagram is not really active lah, but that's why I couldn't actually see. No result. Why there's no Instagram here? Where is my Instagram? Um, this one. Okay. Okay. So this one is my Instagram. Okay. So this one is the Instagram of mine. Okay. So you can see here. No. Where is it? Okay, this is my insight. Okay, so you have content, overview, posts, stories. Story is not compulsory, so no need to put inside your report. Promotion also is not compulsory, so only overview and also post, because I didn't actually do anything when it comes to this Instagram, so it actually appear zero. There's nothing there. But what I actually meant about top 10 means that under content, you can actually click on the post here. Click on the post, see all. Click on see all. Then you have your top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you just screenshot your top 10 only. Okay, you screenshot your top 10 only, and then you report on for what you call it? For content overview. That is for content. And under post activity, we have discovery, reach, and impression, interaction as well. So this is what I meant about 1 week data latest. So you see under interaction here, no one's interacted with your post or profile in the last 7 days. So that's why I would advise you to screenshot every week. Or if you want to stop doing your Instagram assignment, then you, as soon as possible, screenshot. Then you can actually monitor lah after that. If let's say you already stopped today, you screenshot, and then tomorrow the engagement getting actually more increased than today, so you need to screenshot again lah. And then that one is depends on you. So the other one, the Abir asked me about when to post. When to post. Okay, the consistency of the posting for me, if you want to get that 4% of consistency, is that whether you are doing once a week for 1 month, or twice in 2 days for 2 weeks, or once a day for 1 week. Okay, so for me that's already a consistent effort lah. Okay.
Assalamualaikum, ma'am.
Yes.
Sorry, can you show the top post again where we can take this screenshot?
Okay. So it's actually under content. Under content here. So you click there. Okay. So it's actually on post, and then you click see all.
Okay.
You click see all. And then you can see here, this is my post lah. So the first one, this one get 129 reaction. So this one is the first post from all my posts. So you can actually screenshot here lah. 1, 2, 3 up to here. Just screenshot and then you report it inside your report lah.
Okay. Got it, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay, so under audience, when to post, this is my advice lah. It's not compulsory. It's up to you when you're going to post and whatsoever. But I do. How I actually mark your Instagram is actually like this. I go to your Instagram and then I click your post about SDG one by one. If let's say you are using a personal account, some of the posts doesn't reflect SDG, so I didn't take it as SDG lah. Okay, so for example like this, this is I'm doing a Starbucks post. Okay, so there are people what we call it, there are people liking this post, so I consider as engagement. Okay, then I scroll down, I see one by one again. Okay, and then from your report you're talking about for example, from my report here, under content, you're talking about this post actually get the best reaction. So I will look and see your content. This one is not a content lah. This is just hobby ni kan. My hobby. Okay. I will see your content, your hashtag, your how much like, and then the comments. So for me, if let's say you have 2 to 3 posts get comments and like, I think it's okay lah. Okay, then you will get your 4% marks for engagement. Okay, on audience, you can see this one you screenshot. Okay, you screenshot here for top location. You screenshot one by one, explain one by one. Okay, for example, your audience are come. For example, like my Instagram here, age range actually between 25 to 34. Okay, there's someone actually wanting to come in. Okay, so where's my okay? So you screenshot lah your overall. Okay, there's no one follow me during these days. Okay, the gender is actually more women than men. And then my tips is that, for example, you see here, your followers come inside your come inside their what you call Instagram. It's actually like me, my audience come in between 12 a.m. 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. So that's the best time for me to post my post lah. And then you can actually click on days as well. If you want to report one by one like this, or can as well. But for followers here, I would suggest you only report days. Only report days. So you click on days and then you screenshot this one. Okay, you screenshot only this one, and then you report. For me, that's enough lah. And the others you just screenshot one by one. Okay, all men and women, this one if you want to report. But for me, all is just okay. For age range, all is okay for me. No need for men and women. But if you want to report everything, it depends lah. Okay, cities, countries. But it's actually nice lah if you report everything. It's just I think under followers, under hours, it's not really. It's quite tedious lah if you want to report day by day. For me, it's quite the same. Yeah. So just do whatever you can lah. Whatever you have inside your just report it. Okay. Is there any question on Instagram?
Yes, madam. I have a question about the content. So there are two questions about the content. One of them is overview, and the other is posts. So what should we write in the post for the posts, and what should we write for the overview? Like
Okay.
it's confusing.
Okay, the reason why I asked you to do Instagram Insight, actually you are doing application of consumer behavior. When you are doing a SDG and how you actually write something, you are just like doing a business, and you try to get your customer, but it's actually on content creator level. Okay, so when I ask you to do Insight, actually you are doing what you call it, like an analogy, like a business, and then you get your consumer behave, how they behave. Okay, so what to report actually like this. Okay, the first thing first, you go to Google, and then you learn what is the meaning of each Instagram insight. Okay, uh, view insight for ways to use Instagram insight. eh my Samsung Dex got uh disconnected. Okay, so what is Instagram insight? Before you do your report, you need to know what is the meaning of every Instagram insight. Okay, uh where is it? Follower demographic and behavior. Okay, this information help you to understand who is your followers, okay, and where they are come from, and so that you can assess whether you're reaching your target audience on the platform. I think last week also there is one of you actually asking me whether that you can do post in what you call it, in their native language. Okay, because let me open my Samsung Dex. Because if you know that your audience mostly coming from my Samsung Dex got connected. Sorry, the screen mirroring is very like cannot connect anymore. So like I showed you before, the audience, there is a location. So when you see the location is coming, mostly coming from, for example, your country, for example, like Malaysia, you want to do a post in Malay, in Malay language, you can. Okay, but you need to give me the what you call it, the translation inside your report or something. Uh, inside your report you can actually put it, maybe you can actually do an appendix at the end of your report, because you are doing something, what you call it, something extraordinary, yeah. Okay, so for example, like inside under audience here, most of my audience coming from Kuala Lumpur and countries. I think Malaysia doesn't have so much problem now when it comes to English. Okay, and then you can see here my country coming from Malaysia, Italy, United States, Russia, and Indonesia. I think most of these country know how to speak English. So my posts basically most of them are coming. Going to do it in English post lah. Okay, but I think some of you wants to do in your native language, maybe because of most of your followers are your friends. So you can actually do it in the post here. For example, you want to post something. Uh, for example, you want to post something, then you put your content in your native language, and then if let's say you have more, I think there is a limitation of how many words can be inside a content, kan? I'm not really sure about that, but I think there are, because usually I would do a very short content. But if you want to do translation here, for example, you are doing SDG content here in your native language, and then you want to do a translation as well, English. If let's say it can fit all into the content, you can do it lah. If let's say you are doing a very long content and then there is no more space, okay, if let's say there is a limitation of content, you can actually put the translation inside your report under you can make another one called appendix after all the report done lah. Okay, and then you put the translation there. Or not, I didn't know what you are actually writing, because content also have 4% marks. Afroza, ma'am, will you consider the post on consumer behavior? Yes, I will consider the post on consumer behavior. For example, you are doing SDG on what we call it, life underwater. It's about, for example, turtle lah, and turtle preservation. And then there is a video about, or there is a what you call a survey. You want a survey or infographic about the behavior of people throwing or littering the ocean. Yes, actually that's very good. It's actually very connected to the consumer behavior. Okay. This is related with consumer behavior. It's also analytic report to know, yes, to know the real customer. Yes. So you're actually doing application at the same time. You're actually analyzing the followers, your followers, what you call it, your followers' behavior. Okay. Any other question?
Yes, madam. I have other
Okay.
question about the Instagram mini report.
Mm-hmm.
I have written 10 pages, including the cover page and the table of content. I don't know,
Okay.
it's counted or not.
Let me open because I couldn't remember so many times already. Okay, so okay, because I think there is also one of your classmates asking me about this one. Okay. All right. Page not less than 10. Not more than 30 pages. Yes, it's included. The cover page and also table of content is included in that 10 page, meaning that you only need to do 8 page.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
You can go more if you want, because you are actually screenshot so many things. So I bet that you will go more than 10 lah. But if you okay with 10, then it's okay lah.
Okay.
All right. Any other question on Instagram? No,
Yeah, madam. Assalamu alaikum. I have a question.
Yes.
In terms of date and days and the time for insights.
Mm-hmm.
I commented on just the highest and the lowest. I mean, just the highest, the engagement will be on Wednesday, stuff like that.
Oh,
and
okay.
At 3 o'clock.
So you do a report on the highest and the lowest or something like that, lah.
Yeah, because I cannot, talk about every day.
Yeah. You can
Yes.
actually, like I say, if you want to focus, it's actually up to you how to report. Okay. For
Yes.
example,
My
under
audience.
inside, under inside.
Audience. Yes.
For example, you love to focus on Monday, for example, because that's the your followers come into your Instagram the most. So you want to
Yeah.
focus on Mondays or maybe on Wednesday only. So you explain inside your report. You say that, okay, my followers actually come in the most actually on Monday and Wednesday, and this is the screenshot of Monday and Wednesday only. So whatever you report is up to you. Okay, whether you want to
Yes.
focus on hours or days only, and
Or
then
days.
the one all days. Okay,
Yeah.
something like this. Okay.
Yes.
Any other question? Okay, so you can see what we call this. The social media is very changing very drastically.
And doctor,
Um.
I have a question. Before a few weeks, I only posted the pictures and the videos, and then
Mm-hmm.
I did not put long captions in that. Uh,
Oh, okay.
I only put when you told us to do that, right? So if I am editing the picture, does it affect the
Okay, for
insight or something?
example, when it comes to copyright, okay, copyright of a picture. For example, you actually taking any pictures coming from somewhere sources. If let's say it is coming from you, so there's no problem when it comes to copyright. But if let's say if you take from somewhere, from some news, okay, I would suggest you put the sources inside your content of the post. Okay, you give credit to the sources lah. Okay, so that is one. And then if you want to, for example, you're already posting a lot before, and then your content is very short, so you want to edit, you can actually edit, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
we
can
can.
you can you can
If
edit.
we edit,
uh,
does it affect the insight?
you can edit until before deadline. You can always edit. Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Is there any other question when it comes to Instagram before I go to group case report?
No question, madam.
Okay. So I go to group case report. Okay. This one I already simplify. This one, yeah. Where is it? Okay, this one. All right. Okay. Before this we have SWOT. This one is which one? Oh, this is not it. This is not the latest one. Which one is it here?
Ma'am,
Ah,
Brother Salahuddin, I think he wrote something in chat room.
yeah. Though I'm very new in Instagram, even no report in my Instagram insight. What do you mean by no report in my Instagram insight? Okay. Usually
I
I
think he meant that he can't see the insights unless 100 followers is not possible to see insights.
oh, okay.
I think.
All right. So the
Salahuddin
audience
brother,
will
can you say?
hmm, I think the audience will only come out after you get 100 followers. Okay. The other thing, if let's say I will actually explain you a bit about the how Instagram actually come up with its data. Usually, if you post today, tomorrow the engagement will come. Okay. So you should actually looking at your insight within 2 to 3 days after you post a post. That's how the Instagram insight come in lah. Okay, if let's say you post today, maybe 2 weeks later, then you will see back your Instagram. Usually it will become like this. There's nothing because this is actually 1 week data only. Uh, okay, I'm going to see where is the
So, ma'am, the
latest one.
summary of your suggestion for Instagram Insights today. Uh,
Mm.
the the which week we considered as the better week for our posting our insights. We'll consider. We'll take that week. We'll take screenshot and make a report. And later
Mm-hmm.
on, you will see that report. Even though the report is older, it doesn't matter. You will check one by one in the post, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, that's great.
Actually, if you are consistent, your actually the last week that you do Instagram should be the one that have
Ma'am,
the
one
most
thing.
ah
Uh, I didn't have Instagram before. You created my account. Remember in the first class?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I created for you.
you created my Instagram. So since then, I try had to collect followers, and I got Alhamdulillah more than 100, and I got
Okay.
right now I can see. So yeah, it was pretty tough beginning to get followers in Instagram actually, because
Mm.
before, even though I'm using Facebook from 2010, I created
Mm-hmm.
my account. Before it was another one, and that was I forgot. From 10 to now, consistent last 10 years. But I didn't use Instagram before. So you
Oh,
created my
okay.
account, and right now I'm using. So in Instagram, it's hard, quite hard to get 100 followers within short time. I don't know
Yes.
why. I don't know
Can you
why.
ask relevant questions, Alan?
But you can, right?
Yeah, I did it. Alhamdulillah.
You did it right. Okay. Okay. That's why I'm saying. You try to the first target group that you should go is actually among your friends. I think we have more than 100 friends in our life, man. So you you should go to your friends first. Okay, then you do like I actually suggest you last week, which is you try to make friends with strangers. You go to Instagram page that have quite similar content like you. For example, they are also doing SDG posts. So you go and ask, you comment their posts, you like their posts, okay, consistently lah. For example, once a day you like their posts, and then you ask to follow you as well. Eventually, they will follow you back. Uh, because that
Doctor, if I submit today my Instagram, not the
yes,
reports, can I keep editing them till the due
yes,
date?
you can keep editing them.
But I can submit it today. I mean,
Yes,
my Instagram account.
yes.
Do you have
Until
to
the
send?
deadline,
You
the
have to send
deadline
it
is
in your email or WhatsApp.
your report. Okay. Email to me your report. Okay, you attach your report, and then inside the email body, inside the email content, you put your Instagram link, or you attach as well with your Instagram name tag. Also can. Okay. Link or Instagram name tag. Instagram name tag.
By email, right?
By email.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Later, when the deadline is over, then I will actually screenshot which one of you already sent, so that you will feel sure lah. Okay, already sent. Okay. Anything else for Instagram?
Thank you, bro.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yes, I.
I already stopped posting in my Instagram account,
Mm-hmm.
and I also done report. I have completed,
Okay.
and I put every post in my posts in the report. So is
All
there
right.
problem?
Then you just email to me lah.
Yeah,
You email.
I already emailed you.
I think the one where you already email, and then when it
Yeah.
comes to chapter presentation, group 8 already email also. Okay. Just want to
Doctor,
inform.
you said
This
you
is
would
for
post that on YouTube.
What is it?
You said you would post the chapter presentations on your YouTube channel.
Yes. Actually, I'm actually at my brother's house, and then the internet connection is very very poor. Inshallah, next week I'm going to go back to campus, and then I put everything lah. This today's class, what you call it, video. It takes
Just
quite
to
a
get
lot of.
the just to get the idea how to properly, so that we
Mm,
could also learn from the brothers who already have posted.
yeah. Okay. So the real problem when it comes to posting in YouTube, actually it use a lot of data. So I need to go back to campus next week. Okay.
yes,
So inshallah, this today class also I'm going to put inside the YouTube. Okay.
We
inshallah.
have only 20 minutes now.
Okay. So group case study report. Okay, I go to group case study. If let's say you have other question, you can ask me. You just ask me with your voice, because I'm actually looking at other place. Okay, so group case study report is at 30%. Okay, this one I think some of you get 3 or 4 students. If let's say you are having 3 members in one group, so you need to have at least 3 participants for your research. Okay.
Doctor, we are just two only.
If let's say you have 4 members, so you need to have at least 4.
And two,
You have 2?
we are two only.
Or you have 2 only, so you do 2. Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
Don't become 1 lah. Okay. That is solo. Kan. Okay, so your research title, table of content, your introduction, okay, consumer profile. This one no need to ask the company people. I think you can actually because now I'm not actually putting any kind of like Muslim company anymore. So this one is actually any company. For me, if you want to make it easy, a bit easy, try to target the participants that already using one particular brand or product or service from a very famous company. For example, like McDonald's. Okay. For example, like what's more? Uh, what is it? Nestle. Okay.
KFC.
Ma'am,
KFC.
PNG,
Huh? PNG.
PNG, yeah.
PNG can.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So and then I make it easier for you once you get your participants using the same brand from the same company, then you need to ask your participant first what is the problem that they have by using this brand of this company. Then
Ma'am,
you
one question. In the big multinational company or international company like
mm,
Nestle, like PNG, they have different product lines, right?
yes.
So, like Head and Shoulder, Sunsilk, Pantene, Head and Shoulder, Sunsilk, both from PNG, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So, so in particular segment, what actually we ask to our participant about the
Okay.
whole company or about a particular brand segment?
Okay, because now you do not focus on company anymore, because before this I asked you to ask the company people. Now there is no more company people, so you do not know what is the problem of the company. The company
Yeah,
people cannot actually tell you what is the problem. Now
yeah.
you need to ask the problem to the participant
Okay.
before you actually give your Google form survey later on.
Mhm.
So, okay, so you ask them what is the problem of them using the brand of this company. For example, using Rejoice shampoo. Rejoice shampoo actually under PNG. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. For me, like I am using Rejoice, and the other of 2 of my friends also doing using Rejoice. So you ask 3 of us on the Rejoice brand. That's actually much better and easier. For example, you want to target on participant that eating
Hmm.
eating McDonald's. Okay,
Hmm.
so you ask them like a what you call pilot interview. You're doing a pilot interview.
Hmm.
You ask them first. What is the problem that you face when it comes to eating at McDonald's, okay? And I say, uh, the time what you call the delivery time is very very slow. Okay, the other as well saying the same thing. So you have a problem statement of delivery time. So from your delivery time problem, then you make it 10 interview questions.
Okay. So let's like we will work on a particular product. Let's in PNG, if we work on shampoo line, they have
Mm-hmm.
Rejoice, they have Head and Shoulder, they have Sunsilk. So if we work on Sunsilk or Head and Shoulder, it's okay. So we'll
Yes,
ask
okay.
what is the impact of using Head and Shoulder. Somebody says
Mm.
good, somebody says so smooth, and so on. So we
Uh,
will work on a particular brand, not the whole company, right?
Yes, you can do like that. Actually, that's actually much better and easier. You just focus on one brand of from the same company. Then you will get a very solid problem statement lah.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
that's okay because all the international company like Nestle, PNG, they have a huge product range and
Yeah.
a lot of
Mm.
only Nestle, like lactose or these type of products, that they have a lot of consumers, thousands, millions of consumers all over the world. So particular products is better, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-mm. For example, if you want to target Andalusia, talking about their Umrah service, that one is nice lah. You just focus on one particular service only. Which one is that one is much better, because qualitative is about narrowing down to one specific matter only.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
you're
you.
not solving the world problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So the company, because of this company is big, so the company product and list or service you can actually get from website. Okay. Which market and industry also you can get from website, and then you make a report out of it. Problem statement, the way I actually tell you before about you asking the customer. And then interview question. This is not research question. I already changed interview questions. From this problem statement, then you make 10 questions based on problem statement that you did. Okay, and then research contribution for the company, towards the company problem. And then we have research methodology, how many sample, how many participants
Ma'am,
involved. Yes,
is this something like conceptual papers? So we will analyze our data, or before analyze we will finish?
this one is actually, if you want to publish this also can.
Because
This
we
one
have
also
problem
can.
statement here, we have research question here, we have methodology, research contribution, so everything we have here. And
Yes,
we'll propose research methodology, number of sample, research design, data collection, so everything we have. So
yeah,
we will analyze our data, report your findings. So how do we analyze our data? Is it
okay.
something like written, or analyzed by software?
Okay. Actually, in this assignment instruction that I gave you, I already put how to analyze data here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I will go through that later on.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
All right. So, but if you want to publish, if you have the intention to publish this, the only thing that is not complete with this assignment is only literature review. That's the only thing that is not complete. I didn't actually ask you to do literature review because for me that one is a very long process. Uh, this is actually not a conceptual paper. This is actually already full paper without the LR.
Yeah.
If you want, but you can actually publish this. If you want to publish this in publication, you just put the LR, then you complete, and you can actually publish. Okay. Uh, you can use this as well. No worry.
Okay, ma'am.
All
Alhamdulillah,
right.
I got Copas last week, one publication,
Oh, good. Congratulations.
and this semester 5 papers published. Alhamdulillah, one Copas.
Alhamdulillah. I also don't have much time to rush.
No, I'm
Okay.
giving one name in your name in one paper, inshallah.
Oh, ya Allah. Hi. Thank you very much. Okay. So research design qualitative. How you utilize qualitative? Of course, like you are doing survey. Data collection. Okay. Use Google Form, and then you need to mention you use Google Form survey open ended by using open ended question only. Okay. Open ended. I'm going to explain after this. Okay, because in your data collection, you use Google Form or survey open-ended question only because of the COVID-19 social distancing. You mentioned in that data collection. Okay, because when it comes to qualitative, the best way is to face-to-face interview. But now we cannot do that, and it's actually acceptable for you to use Google Form survey open-ended. Okay. Data analysis report. This one is actually step 2 below. Okay, I will go through that. Okay. Summary of your research finding, recommendation from your research to the company, and any references. Okay, from the book references, and then appendix. Appendix is all interview findings from Google Forms survey and detailed analysis in step 1. Step 1 is actually below. Okay, later on I'm going to explain you. Okay, the format is not less. This one spacing 2. Spacing is quite a lot. Spacing 2 justified, and then not less than 20 pages and not more than 40 pages. Included this 20 pages to 40 pages is included from item number 1 until item number 10 only. Okay, for example, if you do 40 pages up to item number 10 and then you want to put a lot of things inside your appendix, you actually have 50 pages all in together with the appendix. That one is okay lah. Okay, all right. Okay, this one is a end of July. Okay, this one I already explained to you before in class, but I reteach again lah. Reteach again. Okay, for example, step 1 data analysis. When it comes to Google Form, your interview transcript will not be like this. It will be very simple because you are using Google Form open-ended. Okay, I'm actually doing a video out of how to use Google Form open-ended. But I'm going to show you a bit lah what I meant about Google Form open-ended. Okay. Okay, this is Google Forms. You need to log in with your Gmail email. Okay.
Ma'am, one question.
Yes.
We'll check plagiarism, right? So
Plagiarism.
yeah, for that report, you'll check.
I don't, because you don't do any LR.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
There is nothing to check actually, because you
Okay,
are
ma'am.
doing it from scratch. Okay, so
Thank
what
you.
I meant about Google Form open-ended is that when you are doing a Google Form, this Google Form actually you need to give to the participant. But before you go and give this survey, you need to ask them what kind of problem they face, and you have the introduction, talking to each other through WhatsApp or calling them. Okay, so after you're done with your problem statement, then you can come up with 10 interview questions. Then you open the Google Forms. Okay, usually when it comes to quantitative, you are using multiple choice, multiple choice or checkbox, and then you or liner scale, liner scale usually. But for Google Form open-ended, you are using paragraph. You don't use short answer, you use paragraph. So you put your interview question 1 here, interview question 1 here, and then click required, and then do another paragraph, and then interview question 2, and then click required. Okay, for those who doesn't know how to use this, I already made a very detailed video. Later, I think tonight I'm going to upload it in the YouTube and how to actually do your Google Form, and then you can send to your participant later on for them to answer lah this survey. Make sure you ask them to answer in a very long answer. Okay, ask them to answer in a very long. So you can actually also give back to the, for example, you receive one time from participant 1, they answer very short. You return back and then you ask them to answer again in a very long. Okay. If let's say they don't understand what you are saying, then you explain to them through WhatsApp or whatever lah. Okay. Make sure that you have a very good long answer lah. Okay.
Ma'am, this 10 set of question, how many participant we will send, or how many answer we have to collect? How many
Okay.
from how many participants?
Okay, if let's say your group have 3 members or 3 participants, if you say you have 4 or 2, depends on your group members number.
Oh, okay. So
Kan,
each member will collect one set of
one.
question answer, right?
Yes. Okay, one only. So each member will get one. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, for example here, this one I already show you before in our class before. Okay, so this is actually an example of situation lah. Okay, but this one actually when you are doing face-to-face interview, but your Google form survey should be very simple. It's not going to be like this. All right, which means that you have question number 1 answer, question number 2 answer, something like that only. It's not like this lah. Okay, all right. So, but basically you need to have a problem statement. So this is a problem statement, and then your interview question will come out after you have problem statement, and then you can start asking the the participants. So interview transcript should be coming from Google Form. After you get responses from here, and then you can download from create spreadsheet. I also put this how to actually download your spreadsheet, how to actually get the data from spreadsheet also in the video. I will post it tonight. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So
Ma'am, it will be better for us if you put in your videos that we
hmm,
will get all this answer. I will download in Excel format, right?
yes.
Okay, and then
Okay.
we'll copy all those Excel question and answer to our paper, or we'll just write the summary of the answer.
Okay. So for the Google Form answer, you put under item number 11. Under appendix, all interview findings from Google Form survey you put under appendix. I can see lah your findings. Uh,
Okay. Then
okay.
when in our paper when we write, we will write the summary of the answer, right?
Yes.
How do
Okay.
we manage? How do we decorate our writing? The
Okay.
participant one will get 10 question answer and will write like paragraph or like essay format.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to show you now. For example, you done with your survey, you get your Google Form finding. So meaning that you already get your interview transcript lah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then okay, the step one after you get your finding from the participants, step one is include this step in your appendix. This step
Mm-hmm.
is actually for data analysis, but you cannot report like this. This is actually the what you call the draft for you to do your findings in report.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, this is the way. Try to compare all 3 or 4 findings that you get from all participants. You compare between participant 1, 2, 3. You have 4. Okay,
Okay.
find similarities among all findings from each participant for each question. For
Mm-hmm.
example, question number 1, is there any similarities among all the participants? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
from the similarities, you come up with a theme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one you can actually do a table like this. And this step 1 actually do you put it inside your appendix. Okay. Okay, so for example, interview question number 1, in your opinion, what would be the best color to be included in advertisement? And then participant 1 say, but it depends to the particular setting. You just copy paste one particular quote. Okay, for example, like this, best to include, but it depends to the particular setting. You just want to highlight, this is the thing that I want to take. No need to take for the whole thing. You just take this one, and then you put inside here. This is similarities between participant 1 and participant 2. Uh, Participant 2 also say it depends. So the theme come depends.
Okay.
All right.
So we will use like this type of table, or we will describe just question and describe, question and
Uh,
describe, or
Okay,
we will use
for
like table.
appendix, under appendix, this step 1 you put under appendix. You this is I say that the step 1 is actually like a draft for you to do a finding report. This is not the what we call it the real report yet. Okay. So and then the second step is under step 1. The second step under step 1 is find contradiction or differences from all findings. And then you make a conclusion out of it. For example, may I know your favorite color? Participant 1 say my favorite color is black. There are several brown, orange, and yellow. So the theme come out for each, because this is a differences coming from participant 1 and participant 2. One color for participant 1. Sorry, this one should be participant 2. There's several colors for participant 2. So you have similarities and also the second one differences. Okay, this is how you do data analysis for qualitative. Okay. Okay, step 2, report your data analysis in item 7. Okay, this one, step 1 is you include all these tables inside appendix. But step 2, you report it in item 7, data analysis. Okay, how to report it? Okay, your reporting should not be in a table form like step 1. There is no
Okay, okay.
table.
So that
Uh,
table we will include in our appendix, and we will collect all this data from our Google form. We download from the
yes,
like Excel file. From
yes,
there, we'll copy and paste there, and this table
mm,
will go to the appendix. And this is the
yes,
part where how we analyze step number
yes,
7. Sorry,
yes.
yeah, step number
Uh,
7.
mm, okay, so step in item number 7 is all paragraph and quotation only. So for example, this one is actually coming from the contradiction here. You will use your draft here to do paragraph and also quotation. Okay, this is quotation. This is the explanation. For example, you see, with regards to the choice of the favorite colors, this one, I make a conclusion from this. With regards to the choice of favorite color, participant 1 and 2 have contradicting choices. Participant 1 choose only one color. You use theme here. Participant 2 choose several colors as her preferences. And then you put the quote, participant 1 is coming from here, and participant 2 coming from here, quotation. So that's how you use the draft to do reporting for your item number 7. Understand that?
Understand, ma'am.
Do your best,
Ma'am, you're calling boss, and what we did during this time, all those are quantitative. So I don't know
Yeah.
that much about quali.
But hopefully you understand lah. If you do not understand, please WhatsApp me so we can actually have
Sure,
I
sure,
can
ma'am.
actually make a appointment with you if you want to do G.Meet. You can, okay? Do appointment with me lah. Okay.
Sure.
But this is how the basic qualitative data is lah. Meaning that before this you just do conceptual, right? You do quantitative. Now this is how you do what we call it the qualitative. Imagine that step 1 is actually the SPSS.
Okay,
And then the reporting will
is
be in step 2.
interpretation.
Yeah,
Interpretation.
the interpretation, yes. Uh, okay. So in qualitative, there is no software. You can use software, but at the end of the day, the reporting will be like this. Okay. I actually want to teach you how to use what you call it, Atlas TI, kan? But
Yeah.
it's cannot. I think
Right
it
now,
needs
I
to be
think
face to
this
face.
is okay, ma'am. If
This
possible,
one is
next
okay.
semester. Yeah,
This one is actually a manual labor, manual
yeah,
labor,
ma'am.
manual way to do qualitative data analysis. Okay, so if you want to do what we call to use STI, that one is actually advanced lah, advanced level.
Yeah, advance, and if there will a lot of participant, lot of question and answer, then it will be okay to decorate in Atlas tip. For this
Mm,
3 participant, 10 question, I think it's enough for manual.
yes. So this is how you do your reporting and also the drafting lah of the data analysis. So hopefully you understand my explanation here.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, so it was actually very simple lah. It's not really that much lah. So it's actually going to be quite easy because you are doing Google Form. If let's say you are doing face-to-face interview, it will be very complicated because the you need to transcribe. Now you don't have to transcribe because you can get it from the create spreadsheet from the Google Form. So easy for you. I'm doing it easy for you. So try to do it as soon as possible. Come up with a good interview questions, 10 interview questions. Then you give the to the to the participant. Okay. Plan your deadline lah. Any other question?
Yes, madam. We have to write similarities and differences among how many participants? I mean, only two, or it can be more?
Okay, for example, sorry. For example, here I'm using one. This one, the example have participant 1 and participant 2. For example, if you have 3 participants, only participant 2 and participant 3 have similarities. If let's say you feel that there is a similarity among participant 2 and 3, then you also report it.
Oh, I see.
If let's say you have the similarities for all the participants, then you report it as well lah. So if let's say the differences is very contradicting, very contradicting, meaning that if let's say there is a small differences, no need to report lah for me. It's a very contradicting differences, you report. For example, I give you example. Talking about using Rejoice shampoo. Okay, Rejoice shampoo. Participant 1 say I like it. I like it because of the smell. Okay. And the participant 2 say I like it because the flowery order flowery thing inside the shampoo. So it's actually quite the same thing. So you can put it under what you call it, similarities. It's not something different lah. If let's say the difference between why two participants like Rejoice so much, for example, the participant 1 like Rejoice because of the color of the packaging. And then the participant 2 like the Rejoice because of the function of the shampoo, very smooth lah, whatever kan. The benefit of the that's very contradicting. Then it's actually reporting under differences.
Yes, yes. One more question, madam. The problem statement can be related to pricing if the price is
Yes.
expensive. Okay.
Yes, you can actually ask your participant first before you, meaning that you go to your participant twice. The first one, you need to ask them what is the problem when they use certain brand from one company, and then you come up with a very narrowed down problem. Don't make it very general. For example, economic problem. That's a very general problem. It's very hard to very specific. For example, like eating McDonald's, very pricey nowadays. So you focus on pricing only.
Oh, I see.
And then you come out with interview question, 10 interview question talking about pricing only.
Oh. Okay.
For example, you talking about pricing. The first question is on the participant. How do you feel about the pricing? And then the second question, what kind of pricing should be used by McDonald's? How much the pricing should be used and all that. So it's all come back to the problem statement. Very narrow problem statement.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Is there any other question?
Thank you.
Okay, Abrar.
No question.
No,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
About
Okay, so I think I'm going to go to the chat first. Okay, Salahuddin Mia. Yes, right. I still don't have 100 followers. That's why the audience will not come out. In the last part of the guideline, I saw how we analyze the data. Focus group are the most common qualitative research tool applied. Okay, this one is actually under what you call it, qualitative. Okay, focus group also cannot be utilized nowadays, because of COVID-19. So it's actually like, okay, if let's say you don't want to use the Google Form survey, it's okay. For example, your family member, you want to interview your family member or your dorm mate, the one who actually living with you. If you want to interview them face to face, I actually give you that permission. It's just that it's going to be complicated. You need to write down again all the interviews. So because I give you the Google Form option, so you use the Google Form option because it's actually much easier. Okay, participant choices can be the same but their opinion can be different. Okay, try to find a perception. Is this a summary of what I'm talking? I mean, focus group. If I target a student, it can be my focus group. Okay, it's not focus group, right? You are doing one to one, still doing face to not face to face. I call it as in-depth interview. In-depth interview, but using open-ended survey. Okay, this is not focus group. Focus group means you have at one place you are there, and then you have other 3 participants together with you. That is the meaning of focus group. All right. Okay. So I think there is no other question then.
No, doctor.
So if you have other question, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Okay. Yes, you have anything to?
No, thank you.
All right. Okay. So I think that's all for today. Okay, you can actually leave the room. For those who want to ask me in the end, you can stay lah. I will wait for you guys to leave first, then I will leave. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Assalamualaikum.
Hello, Assalamualaikum, madam.
Yes. Yeah,
so,
Alif.
How we can make our Google meeting to show the desktop like this, like you're presenting about the your desktop and laptop. How to use it, madam?
Oh, you want to use Google Meet?
Yeah, we need to join with Google Meet first.
Oh, okay. You want to have an appointment with me or what?
Actually, I need to make a payment with you because I have many questions about using the Google Meet because I have a school in my city, so now it's stuck because coronavirus. So I want to change the school being the Google meeting like this. So I need your help to.
Okay. So can we actually do the Google Meet at 8 p.m.
Today, madam, tonight.
Tonight.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
I will show you how to use the Google Meet.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Okay?
madam.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So anything else from the other members?
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much, madam.
Welcome, Sumaya.
Thanks, madam. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum. You can leave first. I will leave the last because I'm recording.
Okay, madam. Assalamualaikum, madam.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, thank you, madam. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.